What's going on, folks? Today I'm working on the fireplace a little bit before I have to go to work. So the first order of business is to get rid of all the old weather stripping and stuff from last year. Clean the area up pretty good and see about how I'm going to mount this this cement board. I think I'll probably get like a piece of 1x something screwed into the windowsill and use as the edge to butt the hardy backer up against that I have something to screw to. I'd like to get it as flush as possible to this window and then cover it back with metal. That's kind of the game plan. Get back down, you goofball. So here's kind of what I'm thinking. Take a 2x4, anchor it to the wall, flush with the drywall, right? Because the drywall is going to be covered by metal. And this 2x4 will be covered by metal. So this is flat, right? Take the hardy backer and fit it in that gap like that. It's hard to do with one hand, but let's see if I can get it. See how the hardy backer's flush with the 2x4 on the outside? That would give me a flat surface area to mount metal on the outside or do something else. And I could seal it with caulk and keep it from leaking and do some other stuff. And I think that would give me a good place for my fireplace chimney to go. And concrete don't burn. And we all know I used this exact same piece all last year and it worked fine. So I think I'm going to do something like that. And thanks to the pantry, I have plenty of hardware to do such a thing. Look at that. And then this is all the lumber from the pantry, which it's quite a bit 2x4s. So those will come in handy as far as redesigning and rebuilding this. Settle down, you wild, crazy cats. Battery's dead. Black & Decker, would you please send me better batteries? Thanks. Got the bottom one on, and now I got to cut one for the top. Yeah, there's going to be a little gap here, but it don't matter. I got all my 2x4s screwed in to the windowsill to make my lip, and I've taken my hardy backer, my concrete board here, got it all marked out for a square. Now I need to take it outside and cut it with my circular saw. And after I do this, my circular saw blade will not be good anymore. So I have to get another one. And here we go. We have cement board filling in the window. Now on the inside, when I run the chimney pipe, I just need to make a mark and cut me another hole like I did there. That might be kind of a pain in the butt, but we'll get her figured out. Then I have to somehow seal the edges and do all that fun stuff so when it rains, water don't get in. Now they make some special screws for cement board, but I don't know what I did with them. So I'm just going to use these number 8 1.25" exterior screws. Okay, note to self, regular exterior screws don't like going through cement board. Luckily, I've got 4, and hopefully I can get them to work. Now it is fastened. I don't know how good it's fastened because it didn't feel like these actually went into the wood very far, so I'm going to go to the hardware store anyway and get some of these that are a little bit longer. Got back from the hardware store, and I picked these up. These are 1 5/8. They should be plenty long enough, but man, you talked about being aggravated, right? So when you go to a hardware store or like an auto parts store, I'm supposed to be the one that's dumb, right? And ask dumb questions and not know nothing. Woosah. Nothing is more aggravating. Going to a hardware store or a place like that, and the people that are trying to help you have absolutely no clue what you're talking about. And some of y'all, I know you're going to ask, well, why don't you take your chimney pipe and shoot it through the ceiling? Well, I thought about that. And the reason why I'm not going to do it, because I don't have any leaks coming through my ceiling. When it rains, my ceiling don't leak. That's one place that don't leak. So I don't want to create a leak, and I know I would totally create a leak. So that's why I'm going out the window, doing the window thing. So, anyways. I don't want to have my shadow in the picture. So it's the next morning. As you can see, I've got the chimney pipe going out and going up and actually chooching. It's making the smoke. So I had to do a couple things here to get this to work. I thought I was going to get some of that Protecto wrap, but I didn't. I run out of time. It started to rain and I had to get this thing sealed up, right? So I could use it because it's been getting cold. It's cold right now. So I took the screws that had came out of the window that was mounting this window, screwed it into the mobile home to push this metal down flush, right? Well, there's still a gap on these little ridges right here that water can seep through, and along this whole edge, you know, it was open. Don't need that. So I actually bought a $17 can of Flex Seal, believe it or not. And I mashed the edges off. Of course, you can see the overspray. And I sprayed the edge of my hardy backer, or my cement board, whatever you want to call it. And about 4 coats later, it was all nice and sealed. I've got a couple little pinholes I need to go back and reseal. But for now, it's not leaking. And it's doing an excellent job. Does it look nice? No, not really. Does it look horrible? No. No, it don't look horrible. As you can see, I mean, it looks just as ugly as the rest of the mobile home. You can tell Redneck lives here, but it gets the job done because, again, I got caught by the weather. So what I'm probably going to do is I'll hit this with another coat of Flex Seal, and then I'm going to trim this out somehow and make it look more presentable. And I'll probably paint it, or maybe I'll do something to decorize it, like that word decorize, to make it look a lot better. But for right now, we got smoke. It means we got a fire, and the fireplace is working pretty good. Now my next little project is cutting a cat door in the bottom of this door. That way I don't have to keep leaving this open for these little rat bastards. Because, what are you doing? There's one right there coming across the woods. Kitty, 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 kitty. They know they ain't supposed to be across the damn street. You better get over here. Hey, come on. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Here comes the trouble twosome. Come on, get in here, dum-dum. Come on. Come on, get in here. Hey, get your butt in here. Come on, let's go. Come on. You're making me look bad. Come on. Come on. Come on. You know, naughty bastards. There we go. Fireplace is going. It's warm in here. I got the little bad children in the house. They drive me nuts sometimes, man. It's like having little kids for real. So what I'm probably going to do here is I've got some leftover cement board. I'm going to trim this down and cover this edge of the 2x4s all the way around. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to go get some tile from like Menards. You know, the little 1" by 1" mosaic tiles that come in a sheet. Tile this to do something to kind of decorate it a little bit better. Make it look not so, you know what I mean? But that's another little project to do. And a lot of people are like, you shouldn't run your stovepipe out a window. That's bad. No, it's not bad. Okay? Look, when's the last time you seen cement board catch fire? Me, not never. You ever seen concrete brick catch fire? No, not me. Nope, not unless it had gasoline on it, I guess. This right here, perfectly fine. It gives I give it my stamp of approval. The only thing you need to be careful if you're not running your chimney pipe straight up, which really you should do, right? You don't want your smoke to have to go around corners, and just makes it harder for the stove to draw air properly. But you can see this has got a little incline to it. We all know heat rises, and it goes out just fine. You can see here, I can leave this open. Ain't got no smoke coming out. Does just fine. Just don't jump in the stove, kitty. Don't you do it. They're so curious, man. Every little hole, they want to get in it. But anyway, that is me completing my fireplace install. Shoot you later 2000. I guess that's what you could call it. Anyway, hope y'all like this video. If you got no mobile home, maybe this gives you some ideas, you know. Just make sure you give your, if you're going to put a wood burner stove in your mobile home, make sure you give yourself plenty of distance from the stove and the wall. Normally you want to have about 18 inches all the way around, which I do. And you always want to make sure, if you're going to run it through a wall, you know, you make sure you give yourself enough space from your pipe to here all the way around. And like I said, is this warm? Barely. Maybe a degree or two difference. I had it going all night last night, and everything's okay. I've went on the outside, and I thought my chimney pipe was a little too close to the edge or the metal of the mobile home. I got to feeling around it when this thing had a hot fire in it for a long time. Metal's cold. The outside of the the cement board's cold. The roof is okay. It's not warm at all. The one thing I might do is extend my chimney pipe up another section of pipe to get it just that much higher above the mobile home. Because sometimes if I leave a window cracked, I kind of smell a little bit of the smoke. But other than that, it's not a big deal. So anyway, hope y'all like this video. Like, subscribe. See you in the next one.